Hello my wonderful Trails in the Sky fans, welcome back to our next episode. Alrighty, so we have turned in all of our side quests on the last episode. Now we are gonna go ahead and continue on with the main story. Oh, you were the ones with Titan before, no? Welcome to the Central Factory, can I help you? We are from the Bracer Guild. We'd like to meet with the factory head if we may. Estelle reached into her pouch, paused for dramatic effect, then flourished the introduction notes to meet the factory chief. Joshua looked stoic and tried not to roll his eyes. I see. Just a moment, please. Hazel used the intercom, keeping one wary eye on Estelle all the while. Sir, I'm terribly sorry to bother you during your... Yes, sir, the people from the Bracer Guild are... Yes, sir, right away. Thank you for waiting. Factory Chief Murdoch will see you now. His office is upstairs on the second floor. Nice, I didn't think he'd see us so quickly. Let's not keep him waiting. Alrighty, I believe after... which floor did she say again? Second floor, okay. So after we have met with the factory chief, we should have some new dialogue with everybody. Just double check there isn't any new dialogue right now. If it isn't the new braces, thank you so much for collecting those books for me. Go ahead and look through any book that catches your eye. Yeah, I don't think that was new. Here we go. Hey, I've been waiting for you two. Estelle and Joshua, right? Yes, it's nice to meet you, sir. We're sorry to bother you at work like this. No, don't worry yourselves about that. The Bracer Guild, and Cassius in particular, have done a great deal for me in the past. It would be rude of me not to welcome his children. Huh? You know Dad? I guess you might say that. He was my benefactor. It's no exaggeration to say that the Central Factory produces the finest orbments in the land. Naturally, the confrontations over our craft have never really stopped. Whenever we had a problem, we'd always contact the Roland branch and have him come over. I see. That explains all their business trips then. And now my benefactor's kids come to visit me themselves. So what can I do for you? I'm happy to help. Thanks, sir. It's kind of a long story. Joshua and Estelle explained to Murdoch about the events surrounding the mysterious Black Orbment. I see. Well then, would you mind if I had a look at this Orbment? Sure, no problem. Estelle produced the Black Orbment and handed it to the factory chief. Now this certainly is an oddity. It's obviously made from modern materials, but the caliber isn't inscribed anywhere. Caliber? You mean the numbers that are carved into the Orbment's frame? Exactly. It's almost unheard of for an Orbment to be produced without them. That's not just in Laberle either. Most other nations on the continent are the same way. It's been a tradition dating back to when the Orbments were first invented 50 years ago. Huh, you don't say. Estelle took out her combat Orbment and eyeballed it suspiciously. You're right. There are numbers right there. Crazy. You mean to say that you've never noticed in all this time? Oh, you hush. But seriously, is it really that strange for one to have no caliber on it? It's pretty much a part of the production process, and that goes for any Orbital factory. It's as if this one were a prototype or something. If so, I'd imagine it wasn't made to entertain at birthday parties, if you take my meaning. So, less with the sweet and awesome, more with the stabby hurty. You got it. Of course, I can't say for certain without looking inside. What is it? Bah, I can't find the maintenance cover. And now that I really look at it, it has no seams to it at all. How the heck was this thing made? I don't see any way to check out the inside of it. Aw man, would it be possible to cut it open? That might work, yes. But I'd hate to just break something belonging to Cassius like that. Oh, okay. Maybe we should let that professor handle it. Oh right, the one mentioned in the note? Yeah, he should be able to tell us something. There was a note that was included with the Orbment. Estelle showed Murdoch the note that was in the package for Cassius. Please ask Professor R to do an analysis. You wouldn't happen to know who this Professor R is, would you? Well, let me think. From the letter R and the people that Cassius knew, it must be Professor Russell. I thought so. Who's Professor Russell? And wait a second, how do you know this guy? I don't, but I know of him. He's known as the person who brought Orbital technology to Laverle in the first place. Hey, you know your stuff. As I'm sure you know, Orbments were invented by Professor Epstein, and Professor Russell was one of his disciples. 40 years ago, he brought the Orbments and his knowledge back, and that's why Laverle is a technologically advanced nation. You might say that he was the father of the Orbital Revolution. Wow, now that is impressive. Man, I had no idea that Dad knew anyone like that. Even so, it worries me a little that you'll be letting the old prof handle this Orbment. We have no idea what it is, really. Huh? Well, how to put it? For good or ill, he's a certified genius. When he gets an idea for a new invention in his head, there's just no telling what he'll do. Much like the time when he was developing the first orbital airship. What's the far off look? I guess that a lot's happened. Sorry. I'm sure that he'll be able to figure this thing out. Go find him and ask him about it. It can't hurt. Thanks, Chief. Where should we go find him? Hold on a moment. Murdoch flipped the switch on the intercom. Testing, testing. Ah, good. Actually, I've been looking for you. Sorry to bother you, but can you come here? Alright, I'll be waiting. What, did you just call the professor or something? Oh, no. He actually has a private workshop in town. He has all the latest technology at his disposal, so I know he can figure out something about that thing. Wow, he really must be a genius. Wait, then who did you call? His granddaughter. She works here at the factory. I'm sure the child will be happy to show you the way. The child? Excuse me. What? You? Oh, Estelle and Joshua. You mean that you know each other? Yeah, we only just met a little while ago though. So then I guess that she's the professor's granddaughter. Exactly. Tighter. I've been talking with Estelle and Joshua here. I'd like for you to show them the way to your house. To see Grandpa? Okay, I will. I appreciate it. Ah yes, if you learn anything new, I'd love it if you came back and told me. As an engineer, I'm extremely curious to know more about this. Sure thing. If you'll excuse us then. Hey, I didn't think you'd be coming. And you're even the granddaughter of the famous professor. It's no wonder you're so comfortable with Orbments. Oh, come on. I'm still just studying under my grandpa. Oh, by the way, do you braces have business with my grandpa? Well, sort of. The situation is kind of complicated. We can explain everything once we see your grandfather. Oh, okay. My house is in the southwest corner of town. Get off the escalator and go straight until you reach the south entrance. Then turn to the west and there it is. Got it. Well, let's get moving. Anything the matter? The professor's private facility is on the southwest corner of town. If you learn anything, please let me know. I have to admit part of this is intensely fascinating. Door is locked. I wonder where that goes. Well, anywho, everybody should have new dialogue. Well, if it isn't tighter than those two braces from before. Thank you so much for collecting those books for me. Thanks to you, my to-do box is nice and empty. We're going to go ahead and make sure we speak to everybody. I think it's safe to say the Orbital Guns research is moving along nicely. It would take time to properly micronize the components, but we can do it. If things go smoothly, we can have them on the shelves soon. I hope they end up big sellers. cat. We need a researcher who can help work on the Arceli's new experimental engines. It's the centre of the ship's design, so we can't have just anyone working in there. It won't be easy to find such a person, but we can't leave the Arceli's engine as is. I think we may need a fresh point of view on it. Hey, Taita. How'd it go changing those lights in the Chaldea tunnel? Well, it went okay. Went okay? You did change the lights though, didn't you? Oh yes, I changed them all. Okay then, good work. You're lucky you had a couple of braces with you on that last assignment, eh? When I was younger, I got into all kinds of scrapes. Yes, I can imagine. I'll be careful. Can't find that blasted paperwork anywhere. It might be faster to just pull out all the blueprints and start over from scratch. Why, hello, Taita. How is your grandfather? Is he doing well? Yes, ma'am. He's still as healthy as ever. That's good to hear. But the strange work schedule he keeps is sure to catch up with him eventually. Please tell him not to miss his next checkup. Yes, ma'am. I will. Taita, you're definitely picked up your reasonable nature from your grandfather. But he's always coming up with the most outlandish excuses to miss his checkups. It's rather like dealing with a small child. It sounds like Grandpa, alright. Yep, we definitely need to be more careful with how we sew the insole. I tried to test them myself, but I need to do more monitoring. Well, 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 if it isn't cute little Taita. You're just in time. In time for what? I've just developed a very, interesting agricultural specimen in the greenhouse. I'd very much like for you to try it and give your opinion. What do you say? Is this specimen you're talking about a tomato? That's right, how did you... I just talked to Terry. He told me something about you trying to feed him some kind of bitter tomato. Did he now? Oops, look at the time, I have to finish this tour. I'm sorry, Ray, I'll talk to you later on, okay? Ooh, close call. Definitely don't want to be eating one of those willingly. Hello, Taita. Sorry to have called you in so suddenly like that. No worries at all, sir. So any progress? How's the Orbal calculator? It'll take a little longer. Now that I was expecting it not that I was expecting it to be repaired overnight. Yes, sir. I wish I could be more help. It's fine. Don't worry, I didn't have any plans to use it yet anyway. I'll call you if I need you. Yes, sir. Goodbye. It just really bugs me. I fix one thing and another thing pops up because of it. I'm never going to finish. Just take a shot to the terrace. Take us to the roof. So we've got the first floor. Hello, Taita. Where are you off to today? I'm going to show these two where I live. They have something to discuss with Grandpa, it would seem. Oh, I see. Bye, Hazel. Welcome to maintenance. To tell you the truth, I'm really a factory researcher. Well, a junior researcher. I'm studying Orbment service and maintenance right now. One day I'd love to have my own research laboratory. I believe there's a couple of people downstairs to speak to as well. I'm pathetic. What did I see in that guy? He's not good looking, with that half-asleep expression on his face all the time. He didn't have any real redeeming qualities. I heard a rumour that Faye just broke up with her boyfriend. Now's my chance. I'll wow her with my mad work skills. I think there was a guy down here, was there not? I guess not. Alright, let's go speak to the people of Zeiss. You look like you've been working hard. How about a nice cold drink? Welcome. I have all kinds of beautiful flowers. Please have a look. The airliner Cecilia is currently in port, having just arrived from the west. All passengers en route to the Grand Sula region, please proceed to the gates. Docking is a go. Time for final liftoff check. Yeah, I guess that must be everybody. Just 2 people to speak to. Hello, Taita. Showing some guests around? Oh, hello, Elise. Looking for some new flowers? Yes, that's right. Every time I go shopping, Vince starts to complain about every little thing. He's as particular as certain other people I could name. I'm not obsessive, it's just that Mother can be so obtuse. What did you just say? Please don't fight. Hello, Tita. Hello, Vince. Off to work at the factory? Well, do your best. Thank you. That's incredible. A staircase that moves. Oh, are you all braces? Stain Arms and Guards has the means to fill your needs. My shop is just across the street from the Bracer Guild, so drop by anytime. Nobody's out on the terrace. The church is quite simple, isn't it? So different from the surrounding buildings. I wonder if there's a revolving chair or some other hidden gimmick. This is the last stop on my Liberl pilgrimage. Quite a strange feeling. Okay, these don't seem to be new conversations. Try a couple more. Yeah. Looks like the conversations here are not new, so we can probably just go ahead. Okay, there's some new conversations. So we have to try and filter through the new ones. Is that young Taita I see? Hello, Father. It appears your grandfather is as busy as he ever was. When your work has slowed down, we'll be eagerly waiting for you here at Sunday school. You're still a child, Taita. I think it's important for you to spend time with other children. Yes, Father, I'll try. If you need to talk, I'm always here and ready to listen. The church is not solely a house of prayers, you know. Okay, so if they mention Taita, it's probably new dialogue. Joshua, Estelle. Professor Russell's private laboratory is in the southwest corner of town. Kilika, are you psychic? How did you know we were on our way to the professor's? Come now. You're with the professor's granddaughter, aren't you? Oh yeah. Guess this saves me the time of reporting in, right? The professor is a very busy man, don't keep him waiting. Bye, Taita. Keep your eye on those two for me, okay? Yes, ma'am, I will. She's very matter-of-fact and to the point. Okay, break time's finished, back to work I go. Taita, come on in. Everyone just got back from a little family trip. Muriel wore herself out. Goddess, I hate this. Hi Muriel, how was your trip? Oh, it was the best, I had such a great time. But then I came back here, and if life went directly down the toilet, what was waiting for me? Boring days and mountains of Sunday school homework. Sorry to hear that. Around here. Okay, he had a new conversation. Hey Taita, thanks again for helping clean up. Tell your grandfather to place his orders early when he starts running low. This store's owner is Stain, the guy who lives just next door to here. He's really pushing for us not to carry any of the new cutting-edge weaponry. Takes the joy out of the job, I tell ya. He says that the newest stuff isn't reliable enough for him to stock in good faith. But he's turning down the newest prototypes from the best factory inventors. Some of these things can perforate a rhinocider. What a waste. I can appreciate the owner's philosophy about dependability as much as anybody, but he's too hard-headed about it sometimes. Huh? If it isn't tighter? Hey, these guys are... That's right, they're braces. I'm showing them to my house. Yeah, I thought so. I'm Wong, Zeiss branch. I'm new here myself, so we're kind of in the same boat. Is that right? Well, it's great to meet you. I'm Junior Bracer Estelle. This is... Joshua. A pleasure to meet you. I'd heard from Killiker earlier about some pretty amazing juniors coming to Zeiss. Your reputation precedes you. Oh, you're making me blush. I'm afraid we're not quite as good as you might have heard. We were just lucky. We had the help of some amazing senior bracers and some very generous civilians. Charisma is a praiseworthy quality too, you know. At any rate, we're understaffed. We need you. Welcome aboard. Thank you, Wong. Indeed, thank you. Let's see, who else do we have to speak to? Proper item display is essential. The balance is still all off. Huh? Oh, Taito, it's you. Got work at the central factory again today? Yeah. You're helping out here? Yeah, I'm in charge of merchandise display. My dad doesn't have a lick of sense about it. Oh, so you're the one who keeps everything lined up so nice and straight. Yep, that's all me. Okay, next is the fruit. See you at school on Sunday. Okay, see you then. Don't forget to finish your homework this time. What do I do? Father told me to go buy bread. All this bread looks the same. That's not new conversation. I'd love it if everybody thought of my place as the little neighbourhood store. I tried to keep a little something for everyone on the shelves. It's hard to balance the logistics, but nothing worthwhile ever came easy, right? My husband never orders the proper amount of anything. I keep telling him to take more care of the merchandise that sells better. Doesn't he know anything about being a salesman? It's Taito. Taito, let's play Orbadilly Engineers again. This time I get to hobgoblin the ding bezel orbulator, okay? Sorry, DD, I have to show my friends around first. Maybe next time, okay? Okay. Yes, ma'am, Professor Taito. She got a lot of respect around here. You need to watch yourself around the owner, Ben. He loves to come up with all kinds of justifications for his plain cooking. Hey, what are you telling my new customers? What? I'm just telling it like it is. Well, isn't this a treat? How are you, Taito? And how's the Professor Russell, same as ever, I trust? Yes, sir, he's doing well. He's been spending all of his time lately working on new experiments. I don't know if that's entirely healthy. You should try to get him outside a little more often. Okay, I'll try. But once he gets into a new project, it's really hard to get him to listen. That sounds like your grandfather, alright? I know the soup looks a little bit strange, but when I actually tried it, it was delicious. Just throw it all in a pot and warm it up. I'm impressed. You're not just some lazy slug after all. Oh, is that everybody? Nobody upstairs? Okay, so we've got one more house to check out. Oh, we've got this person here. And I need to be absolutely certain it won't be before I take it even one Selge out of here. I'd hate to break down in the middle of a nest of monsters. Hi, Taito. Uriel, finished with school? Don't be silly, Taito. Sunday school isn't today. Oh, it wasn't? Taito, dear, you need to rest. and come to school sometime too. Everybody wants to see you again. Okay, I've just been real busy lately. I'll come back as soon as I can. That's a promise, right? Hold up. Taita, what are you doing here? Louise, aren't you supposed to be working in the design room? Yeah, but first they wanted me to finish calibrating the orbital guns. Are you showing these two braces the ropes or something then? Yes, I am. We're on our way back to my house now. Speaking of your house, Taita, it sure has been quiet around there as of late. No gas leaks or explosions. Explosions? I won't go so far as to say explosions, Louise. Just a little flying glass. Just a little flying glass? How exciting. Whatever, I want to see the Professor's newest inventions as much as anyone. Don't stop your test due to worries about collateral damage. Okay, thank you. Good luck on the production of the new orbital guns. Many thanks, mostly all grindstone and all that. Alrighty, here we are at the Professor's place. This is my house. Wow, nice place. Professor Russell is here. No, I think he's in the workshop. Through this door. We should go and say hi then. I'm home, Grandpa. Grr. Okay, maybe this way. Grr. Ah! So this is the Professor? Nice to, meet you. My name is Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild. We actually came to get your expert opinion on... Got it! Huh? Haha, I did it. It's finally complete. That's right. Who's the man? I'm the man. Yes, I should start testing it at once. Whoa! What the heck? I'm sorry, Estelle. Grandpa kind of goes into a trance when he's working and he doesn't really notice what's going on around him. I think he just finished up the device he's been working on for the past few days. Ah, I see. He really is something. Oh, he's something alright. I'm so embarrassed. Grandpa, there are some people here who need to talk to you. Hmm? Oh, Taita, you've come at just the right time. I need your help with compiling the data for these tests. But Grandpa, this new invention will actually block a biosensor Orbment's detection faculties. It emits a unique orbital force field that deflects the energy that a biosensor sends out when it scans. Oh, really? Yes, really, since when do I overstate my own accomplishments? Now come on, we've got testing to do. Right. Professor Russell and Taita began working with some complex-looking equipment. Hey now. Never mind, Estelle. I think we should just let them be for a little while. Hey, you with the black hair. Who? Me? Who else? On the upstairs bookcase is a notebook titled Orbital Energy as Applied to Force Fields. Go get it. Go on, be quick about it. Alright. Wait, Joshua? Hey young lady, you with the antenna hair. Antenna? Oh no you didn't. Quit farting around and make some coffee. Why should I have to make you coffee? I take it black, by the way. I want it clear as mud. You're not hearing a word I say. Fine, whatever. Yep, perfect. All set, Grandpa. Just as fast as ever. Oh. Where are Estelle and Joshua? Who? Come to think of it, I do vaguely recall a couple of young folks. Murdoch sent along some fresh faces then, I presume? Grandpa. And so Estelle and Joshua inadvertently wound up as assistants in the experiment. After many small but relatively harmless explosions and some singeing of the eyebrows, the day gave way to evening. Sorry about all that. I just assumed you were both new employees at the central factory. So it's only natural that you wound up being drafted as assistants. This is no laughing matter. Especially since the only thing you had me helping with was making coffee. Girls can bang metal parts together too, old man. Relax, Estelle, we got some valuable experience out of the deal in the end. How often does one get to participate in startup tests on a brand new type of Orbment after all? Well now, you're a bright lad then, aren't you? Want to give up this brace of nonsense and start up in the field of orbital engineering? Grandpa! I'm really sorry, guys. I guess I got caught up in the moment too. You don't need to apologise, sweetie. But I thought that the father of the orbital revolution was going to be some really amazing man, not some old fart with attention deficit issues. Please, you're too kind. Moving on. So I'm being paid a visit by the children of Cassius. That's quite the surprise. So you really do know our dad? Yes, from way back when. I've known him since his army days, some 20 years or so. I've met him too. He had the really nice mustache, right? Well, I don't know if I'd call it nice so much as suspicious looking. But if he's known Dad for that long, it looks like we'll be safe in trusting you-know-what with Professor Russell after all. Yes, I have to agree. What are you talking about? And what was it you wanted my help with? Well, Estelle explained to the Professor the whole sequence of events surrounding the Black Orbment. I see. Wow, a pitch-black Orbment. Yes, most intriguing. And with no inscribed caliber or seams. Look at that frame too. Professor Russell produced a cutting tool from his belt. Without a word, he pushed the blade's edge against the outer shell of the Orbment. Wait, what are you doing? It's a special alloy steel cutter. Just as I thought. Here, take a look. Okay. Estelle, Joshua and Tita peered intently at the Black Orbment. Huh? There's not even a scratch. The frame is made from some type of metal that I've never before encountered. Opening it up for a closer look is going to be quite the task, I think. That's just crazy. If we can't find some way to open it, we'll be right back to square one. Well, I can certainly spend some time on trying, but first I think maybe we should put it under a measurement scan. What now? That huge piece of equipment you saw when we were working on the experiment. It can gauge orbital energy activity in real time. You're making my head hurt with your techno-babble. Just tell me what using that thing will accomplish. To put it in layman's terms, it'll allow us to see just what this Orbment does. We won't be able to draw any definitive conclusions just from measuring what kind of orbital activity is occurring, but it's a start. And that should give us a major clue. Indeed. So without further ado, Grandpa, shouldn't we have lunch first? Sure. Estelle and Joshua, you're both welcome to join us. I can't promise it'll be anything special, but sounds great to me. We'll even help with prep. Alright, come on then. I've got a bit to do while lunch is prepared. No, I want to see it too. No fair working when I'm not around. My house, my rules. What is up with these two? Now I see where she gets it. Now if everyone is ready, let's get this started. Estelle, if you'll put the Orbment on the stand. Okay. Like this? Yes, thank you. Are you ready, Tita? All set. Good, good. Now commencing orbital force measurement test on the Black Orbment. Black Orbment, so that's going to be the official name after all. But using it officially is so boring and simple. Why not something cool like dark thingy of impending doom? No, simple is best. Anything longer than Black Orbment would just be annoying to say. Aw, look at her, she's all anxious to start. Huh? Oh. Alright, let's begin. Tita, if you'll activate the scanner please. Okay. Output set at 45. Put all measuring equipment on standby. Roger. done. All measuring equipment is calibrated. Okay, from here on out is the real deal. Since no direct input or output was detected, all we do is measure how the central crystal circuit responds. Now let's see just how much this contraption is really worth. It's sure in a good mood. And click. Neat, it's all glowing and stuff. I get it, it's putting a major strain on the central circuit. Tighter, any readings? Yes, but they're kind of weird. Huh? The tachometer needle's shaking like crazy. Now it's spinning around the dial. What? What's going on here? Joshua! It's that same black light from before. What? Oh dear. Looks like it's deactivated all the ordnance in the city. Grandpa, it won't take much more of this. We have to shut it down. Don't you dare. Just a little longer and we'll have something. Wait a second, all the lights in town are going out. Huh? What in? We have no choice then. Terminating the experiment. Oh? They're back on. Ew. Let's see the readout. Nothing. It didn't record anything. And the only thing that kept working was the scanner in which the black Orbment sat. But even that, well, as for everything else... Good, it looks like the experiment's finished. How's it outside? Fine. All the lights are back like nothing happened. There's still a lot of people panicking though. Okay. But just what the heck was all that? That was what I would dub the orbital shutdown phenomenon. The what down? You mean how everything inside all the orbments just stopped working at once? So the black Orbment did this? Yes, I've no doubt. But I would never have dared to guess that its effect would be so extensive. There's definitely more to this than I expected. Interesting. Most interesting indeed. Only you would think causing a blackout over an entire city is interesting. Professor! Murdoch, just the man I wanted to see. The feeling is not mutual. Every single time you invent something, it means trouble for me. What the heck were you up to that would cause all of the power downtown to go out? How rude, it's not even my fault this time. See that there? That's the black Orbment, and it caused this. Is that the... Okay, I get it. If that's the root of this, then it's genuine extenuating circumstances. But it still means that this was your fault. Nuts. You got me. That's it? They're just okay again? Are they always like this? This is so embarrassing. So the first day in Zeiss kept everyone busy. Due to how late it was, Estelle and Joshua stayed at the lab for the night. Man, yesterday was such a crazy day. I was surprised enough at the town, but I really wasn't expecting to deal with anything like that. No kidding. But back on the subject of the black Orbment, it's much more powerful than I'd ever imagined possible. Yeah, what's the professor gonna do now that his equipment's gone all kaflooey? Good morning, guys. Morning, Taita. Good morning. Quite a big day yesterday. No kidding. Did you guys sleep okay? Yep, like babies. Is the professor already up? Oh, he left for the central factory early this morning. He said something about how he was going to expose all the Black Orbment secrets. Wow, looks like getting roared at over and over by the factory chief yesterday didn't even put a dent in him. We really appreciate both of you taking the time just to look over something a couple of relative strangers brought you. Oh, it's fine really. Grandpa's investigating is out of pure curiosity more than anything. I should go to the factory myself once I'm done with breakfast. What do you plan to do? Naturally, we'll be coming with you. I want to know what's really going on with that Orbment too. Maybe there's something we can do to help. Yay, then you can come with me. Uh-oh, I almost forgot about the soup. Just a second you two, I'll bring you breakfast as soon as I make sure it's edible and not on fire. I guess that's what that smell is, but man, what a cutie. I wish we could take her back with us to Roland. She could be like a pet, cheering us up whenever we're feeling down. That's kinda creepy, Estelle. And now that we've had a good breakfast, off to the central factory. Before we do that, I'd like to check in at the guild. I think it might be best to report on what happened yesterday just to be on the safe side. Well, okay. Hey Taito, would you mind if we stopped by there on our way? Sure, go ahead. Alrighty, and with that, ladies and gents, we will call our episode there. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and you'll tune in for the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon just so you know when it comes out, and I will see you then. Bye bye for now.